Got a bit of a rainy Wednesday here. Our buddy Adam's up there welding on the blade for the skidder. Just figured I'd take you down through this piece that we're cutting here. Same type of cut. We've been, getting rid of the birch, trying to get some more oak propagated in here. But it's just super clean in here. This is going to be quite the piece, with some more time. Get rid of the seed producers for the species that we don't want in here. There's, it's not super big, but a lot of this oak in here is just good quality, straight. Landowners looking for good hardwoods, good feed trees. But the benefit to our little skidder is really there's just not much damage to the ground. Not much damage to the residuals we're leaving behind. A little tiny bit of bark off that, but the way we skid, the way we cut, we are not going to pull anything full tree out of here. All these tops, I came through here, cut out the birch, took out a lot of witch hazel, which is in here, because there's no point in opening up the canopy if you're just going to leave the witch hazel underneath to block all the sun from the regen. Took some decent big birch out of here. Mature birch like that is going to put off 1 million seeds compared to a mature oak putting off, a few thousand. But I mean, this kind of brings up a point for us. We cut our jobs on a percentage. So we'll cut and sell the logs and break that percentage up between us and the landowner. 50-50 is your starting point, but anyone and their mother can come out and, cut for 50-50. We typically like to get a little more, not get a little more. How I would say this is we really shoot for at least a 60-40, 60% to the loggers, because at the end of the day we are taking the risk, and with that extra wiggle room, it gives us time to come through and really make everything clean. You really get what you pay for. Anyone can come in for 50% or even give the landowner 60%, but you're just condemning yourself to fast, rough work, which is not what we do in the least. it's not, it's really not worth to sacrifice your property and the remaining trees for 10% of the log sale. It's not, but it's your piece. You can do with it as you please. At the end of the day, you're going to get what you pay for. It takes time. It takes hard work to really make these things look nice when you're done. We could have come through and just slammed through and grabbed the wood we were going to be pulling and leave all the tops bushy and, you know, not pull down anything that's hung up or leave bruises and big gaps in the canopy from snapping tops out of everything. You really get what you pay for. At the end of the day, logging and forestry activities is a service. Anyone and their mother can go out there and, you know, grab 50% of the job and leave tops all over the place, bust up everything in sight, and then leave, and now you're worse off than if you would have just left it alone. Good forestry practices take work and they take time. One big cut isn't gonna fix your piece, or might be started to get on the right track, but you always got to take care of the junk first. What we left in here is, you know, really nice. These white oaks, you know, they're not, I wouldn't say they're ready to be harvested. You got some nice hickory in here, but you know, and if this property was in someone else's hands, it easily would have, you know, had someone come in here, do a 12 or 14 inch and up, and did pretty good on a sale in here. They would have done okay. But that's not what the landowner's looking for. It would have set this place back another 100 years if you take all the good seeds out of here. That big field out there was just loaded up with birch, and we got all of it out and left whatever oak was in there. There's a couple maple in there, some hemlock in there, but got some good habitat. We're going to be coming through next spring and planting a bunch of softwoods in here on top of some other hardwoods the landowner wants. It's going to really be a nice job. Got a little more cleanup here to do, but really looking good.